My gosh, I haven't been live in a long time, but I am feeling so passionate about this. And I have about 10 minutes before I head to a networking lunch here in Houston. It says, hold on, we're telling your followers. So I'm gonna give myself an intro while we wait for people to join. My name is Sophie Jones. I am a 5-time entrepreneur and successful business owner. I'm now a business coach and breathwork facilitator. I'm somebody that's helped people pivot out of professional careers, launch businesses. I've also worked with entrepreneurs, business owners to make multiple 6 or 7 figures. A lot of what I do is helping people understand themselves, helping people heal their nervous system so that they will stop looping on the same patterns that are keeping them stuck in business and typically life too. Most of my clients come to me saying, I want to make more money. I want to, X, Y, and Z on the external, but they have so much stuff happening on the internal that we have to clear capacity. We have to do healing. And I do that with breathwork in order to allow you to really step into your greatness. And that's what this epidemic I am seeing out in the world, especially for female entrepreneurs, that is happening, that I would like cancel. Absolutely not, right? I am watching so many people say, listen, do less, lean back, be in your energy. There's this massive war on hard work. And I want you to know, after building 5 businesses, it takes hard work. It takes dedication. It takes feeling like you want to quit. It takes feeling like you want to give up. And so when I watch people say, well, I think there's an easier, softer way. Well, you have to earn that easier, softer way. Like, you don't get to have an easier, softer way unless you earn it. And there's going to be seasons in business where you're in your grind mode, you're in planting the harvest. And then there'll be seasons where you get to reap that harvest. But there is this huge epidemic around, we don't need to work hard. And I want to tell you, like, busyness, wearing busyness as a badge of honor is like running in place. It's like, I'm so busy. I'm like, totally, but you're not getting anywhere. You're not going anywhere. So if you're going to be like busy and you're going to be working hard, you want to be driven towards where you're going. You want to be intentional, right? I made a reel today about, do you show up with your venti latte with way too much sugar, your vanilla latte, your breakfast sandwich, a little bit of anxiety, you stayed up too late watching Netflix and you're wondering why your business isn't growing? You are not being diligent about where you're headed. Hi, Britt. She is somebody that is extremely diligent about where she's headed. And so we have this epidemic happening on saying we don't have to work hard. You don't have to work hard. You can just lean back. And do you know that like advertising agencies and huge, high love pharmaceutical companies, I mean, there's huge propaganda out there to say, sit on your ass, eat bad food, and you don't have to work hard. And it's the people that actually understand that in the hard work, when you are forged in the fire, when you decide to do something different, you guys, I have built 5 businesses. I have lived in 8 states. I have been divorced twice. All of these things, my mom died in February. These are great excuses for me to be like, I'm not gonna work hard anymore. Or you can stay the course. You can be diligent. There's times of rest, but you have to work hard and focused and be diligent about where you're going. And I see too many people being told they don't have to work hard. That's the epidemic. And they have no clue on where they're going. And then they consume so much caffeine and they're sweating to death, wondering what's wrong with them as they death scroll, like suck their, I'm the excuse queen. Yeah. As they suck their face off on social media. And I want to just say, like, Britt is a past client of mine and we did phenomenal work together. I mean, this woman completely changed her personal life and her business life in a matter of 4 months. I mean, got a huge raise at work, right? Left situations that weren't working for her, finally figured out what her self-worth was and how to move from that place and get out of this place of like, I'm just wearing a mask of hard work, but if anybody like actually gets to know me, I might melt because I don't feel good inside. It's like, that's what's so powerful about powerful women who are afraid to speak out and say, listen, I see you working hard. Good for you. You're not buying into that epidemic. You might be buying into the epidemic that nobody loves you, nobody cares about you, you're not good enough. But you know what will only double down on those narratives is if you sit on your ass and you don't take action. And like, I love my clients too much to not be honest with them. Like, I'm the most loving nurturing mentor, but I'm going to keep it 100% real. And I just think on this live, it's going to live on my page. It's going to be here forever. Do not buy into the narrative that you don't have to work hard. And I'm so lucky that the people that come into my world, it's not about them not working hard. It's about all the emotional trauma that's keeping them from really believing in themselves and going to the next level. That is the deeper level. That's the deeper layer. When you have so much emotional trauma, when you have so many stories that are so deeply ingrained and enrooted in who you believe you are, who you believe you are, it's going to be really hard to work hard and take action. But when you clear that capacity, your passion comes on like a furnace that's like ready to heat the whole city, right? And you're like, I'm so passionate, let me at 'em. Whatever my business is or my job or my marriage or whatever, right? But when you believe the narrative that you don't have to work hard and then you have trauma, you have all this weight, your capacity is maxed and you're just sitting there with your Starbucks, like sucking on your vanilla latte, like everything's fine, I'm fine, hi, I'm fine, picking up the kids from school, everything's great. You come home, you look at your husband, you're like, please don't talk to me, I don't really want to, and like, oh, the only relief I have is scrolling. That tells me that you're in autopilot. That tells me that you are staying busy as a badge of honor. That tells me that you're just going through the motions instead of actually understanding it's going to take some hard work to discover what's holding you back, what's holding you down. But once you clear that capacity, once you come alive with that, you are going to take off in a direction of your dreams that will blow your mind. It's like, you cannot coast through life and expect to go to good places. You know, it doesn't work that way. So this epidemic of you don't have to work hard, anyone that I know that's passionate, you know, that has purpose, that knows who they are, they love working towards that. And anyone that's telling you otherwise, I don't know, I would really assess that. And then if you're like, I want to work hard, but honestly, I don't feel good about me. I feel like I already am working hard. I feel like I'm busy all the time. I couldn't do one more thing. I don't have one more thing to give. That is just your nervous system in overwhelm, overdrive. You are completely maxed out, and we can solve that together easily with breathwork. So I hope this was helpful. I'm super passionate, as you can tell, about it. And if you want to come into my space, you want to come into my world, I'm doing May Your Way. So they're custom packages at 1, 2, or 3 months. Most all of my private mentorship is typically, 4 to 6 months. And so send me a message that just says May. We'll talk about what your goals are, where you're at, and we'll get you in one of those customized packages. Okay, I'm off to my networking event and my phone is dropping, so I'm gonna go.